What if your red dot could show your shotgun spread before you pull the trigger? Well, technically it can, and we're gonna put that theory to the test. So here's what we found. I've done a lot of research on these different reticles and talked to a lot of these different companies. In theory, a 32 MOA ring, which is what's on the pistol red dots, should show your spread at 12 yards. And a 65 MOA ring, which is what is on all of the rifle red dots, should show your spread at 25 yards. Now that theory is just a general rule of thumb. That's not going to be gospel. As far as what it's actually going to do, it really does depend on the ammo you use and what choke you have on your shotgun. So hopefully this theory is true. We're going to do a lot of tests here, and we'll obviously show you after every step. So first thing we're going to do is test out the HOLOSUN 507 comp on this. It has a 32 MOA ring. Next, we're going to check out one of the HOLOSUN rifle optics with the 65 MOA ring. All right, before we get started here, just wanted to mention that we are using two different types of ammo. That way we can play with it and make sure it's accurate as a general rule of thumb. All right, so we're gonna get started now. As a quick disclaimer, it might not be zeroed, but I just slapped the mount on. I'm really just testing to see if the spread matches the reticle ring. So we'll find that out in a second. And I'm gonna take this mount off and slap another one on. So let's get started.
That's like exact. That's perfect. Now the spicy boys, double up buckshot. A little bit more recoil, but dude, same shit. Perfect. So the spread is going to be a little bit wider on the buckshot. Obviously, this is the wad from this shot, this is the wad from the buckshot, and this is your spread. That is obviously a little bit more variance, but not really. If you look closely, you could see the smaller BBs do have a wider spread, so it will be pretty close with buckshot too. I would argue almost exactly the same, but your center point of aim shows basically your whole entire spread. Like when you aim here, you see the entire spread in the ring virtually.
All right, that was with a 32 MOA ring. We just swapped out the mount, and now it is using the HOLOSUN 503G ACSS that claims it will show the spread at 25 yards. For those of you who don't know, that 503G ACSS reticle is a 65 MOA horseshoe, which means a regular 65 MOA ring would also work as well. It's going to do the same thing. Now let's test this out.
All right, shot number one, number 8 target shot, 25 yards. All right, buckshot again, 25 yards. We're going to see our spread. All right, so these little BBs, obviously, yet again, we have our bird shot. So you could see it's a very wide spread. That's typical of any shotgun at 25 yards, unless you have something like a duck gun with a 30-some inch barrel, really good choke. This is all within that ring. That ring, when I'm looking at it, is covering that whole out to the D zone. So this is, pretty accurate to what it claims. From there, obviously these big holes of the buckshot, same thing. It's like right within where it's supposed to be. I was aiming here. Obviously the buckshot being a little bit heavier load, it's gonna drop down a tiny bit more. And obviously you have height overboard to consider, but I mean, they're all on there and that spread is perfect. The reticle is lining up with exactly what they claim. So I'm very happy with those results.
It got a little windy, so I'm just gonna give my thoughts right here. So overall, at 12 yards, it does seem like a 32 MOA ring does give you a somewhat accurate representation of where your spread's gonna be. Same thing for a 65 MOA ring at 25 yards. which is awesome because now you can use that as a visual tool. Again, it's not an exact science, so definitely play with your choke and specific ammo just to make sure that those are more accurate to what you need. But that should very much help you in home defense and turkey hunting situations. Hey Freedom Guerrillas, everything on today's video, the mounts, the optics, everything that you need can be found at freedomguerrilla.com. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about setups, hit us up. We have an entire new section on the website dedicated to shotgun fitments. Even if your shotgun is not optics ready, we can likely help you install a red dot on it.